52 Traders, episode 54.
92% of my trades go to that profit target without any other intervention.
Over the next year, your host Cam Hawkins gets inside the minds of 52 of the world's best traders to find out if he has what it takes to become one of them. Join Cam every week on the 52 Traders podcast or at 52traders.com to learn how to trade like the pros. This podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is not investment, trading, or financial advice of any kind. Trading is very risky and could lose you all of your capital. Any comments about historical performance are not an indication of future results.
What's up, traders? Welcome to another episode of the 52 Traders podcast. I'm Cam Hawkins, and this week we have Scott Heywood on the show. Now, Scott is part of the Rob Booker crew. So Rob was on the show last week, well, a couple of weeks ago, but he was on the show last. And now this week we have one of his, I suppose you'd call him a student, Scott Heywood. So Scott took one of Rob's robots, and we did mention him on the last show, and he started back in 2013 trading, and within a few years became profitable and started trading for a living using this one particular robot. Now, today we're going to hear a bit more about Scott's story and how he got into Forex, and we're also going to find out that Scott wrote a book which explains exactly what he did and how you could potentially copy him as well. Okay guys, without further ado, let's get on with the show. Hang on a sec, before we do, make sure you check out, talking about robots, make sure you check out my Automate My Trading website where I teach people like yourselves how to build trading robots. So jump on there and you can get a free trading robot from myself on automatemytrading.com. Let's get on with the show. Okay, welcome Scott. Thanks for joining me here on the 52 Traders podcast this week.
No worries, Cam. Good to talk to you.
Great to have you on the show. So look, I've mentioned some of your highlights already, and I know that's just a small part of your story. So can you tell the listeners a bit more about you personally and what first attracted you to trading?
All right. Okay, I guess I'm an average guy who wanted to get out of his job, but I've got a wife. I've got 3 kids. They're all grown up, and I've been in IT for a very long time, and I decided a few years ago that I really wanted to try to get out with doing something with trading, which I'd toyed with for over the years, but I really focused on foreign exchange trading, and I set my mind to it and put a lot of effort into it, and I'm now about 7 months into doing it for a living.
And can you tell the listeners that sort of turning point to get you into trading in the first instance? I mean, how did you stumble across it? Was it something you saw, something you heard, somebody you met?
Yeah, I actually, it's a little bit of a mystery to me as I look back, but for some reason I focused on foreign exchange, and I think mostly because it was the trading area that I knew least about, kind of intrigued me, so I just bought a simple fundamentals of foreign exchange book, started reading it, and just went from there. And from there it was really in this era of education online, it's informal education online, it's a pretty interesting process to go through and work out how to teach yourself anything that's new, because there's so much information out there if you're prepared to look and if you're prepared to filter it. So I really enjoyed going through that process, and I think in a way that's probably was the turning point for me, is that I just decided to enjoy the process of learning with a goal in mind. So I never saw it as something that I had to do in 6 months or 2 years. It's something that I enjoyed doing, and because of that I think I had the drive to finally crack it.
Cool. So you sort of just stumbled into it after, obviously knowing about the markets and knowing about stocks and other types of instruments, and Forex was something you just took your interest because you didn't know much about it. Fair enough. Yeah. Can you give the listeners some insight into your trading? So your style, strategy, timeframes, the average time a trade would be on for the number of percentage winners, those sorts of things. Really the
sure.
stats. Okay, so that was the first part of the show. Now, to hear the full episode, the best bits, join the family at 52traders.com. They usually go for about 45 minutes to an hour long, and trust me, these shows are great. They give us so much insight. Now, if you want to get there quickly, all you need to do is jump into the show description on your phone, and there's a link taking you directly to 52traders.com, where you can join the family over there and listen to the full episode. Now, in the rest of the show, I cover off what my traders do differently from the rest of us. So what is it that they're doing that we're not doing? What their typical trading day looks like, what they would do if they had a day job now and wanted to trade for a living, their preferred trading strategy, so actually how does it work? What we should be educating ourselves on when we're looking at a price chart, so what indicators we should use, what price levels, what chart patterns, all those sorts of things. Also, we touch on fundamentals as well, so how do we use news to our advantage? Trading psychology, tips, tricks, techniques, we go through those. Exiting trades, managing trades that you've got running. So we talk about their strategies. They give you strategies for exiting and managing trades. Books to read, websites to visit, all the best ones. Something that you should try and master over the next month. The broker and platform they use. And finally, last but not least, they give us a full trading strategy. So something you guys can try out at home on your PC this week in the markets if you wish. Now, to get the full episode, you need to jump onto 52traders.com, join the family. As I said, it usually goes on for 45 minutes to an hour, and there's a link in the show description, so if you're on your phone, just jump on there, tap the link, and it'll take you straight to 52traders.com. Now, if you're thinking about learning to automate any of your trading, hiring a developer, learning to code, that sort of thing, then before you do that, jump onto my other website, automatemytrading.com. So if you're interested in automating some or all of your trading, then jump onto automatemytrading.com and you'll see me over there. For now, to hear the rest of this episode, all you need to do is click on the link in the show description or go to 52traders.com. See you there.